What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Frank Presents the Play Call. We are here on a Sunday night. Toby, what's going on? Last week of preseason is done in the books. This week, the teams will be finalized so people can start doing their fantasy drafts. How you guys doing? June, how you doing today?
I am doing amazing. Amazing. Another day closer to Frank's retirement.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys heard that part. The opening. I know this is a NFL podcast, but more importantly, we're going to prioritize what's important, and that's Frank's huge milestone. The last one of his naval career coming to an end. So I'm excited. I think I'm more excited than you.
Yeah, you do. I think it hasn't hit me yet. I have my moments where I get a little nostalgic, I guess, but it'll come. It'll come. I guess that when the day comes, it'll come. Bree, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good on this Sunday. Dyed my hair black, back jet black. So
Yes.
good.
No, I'm happy with
The
it.
sunburns are healing so good. They're almost gone.
Yes, that's good. But you're in California, girl, so that heat, that's gonna whoop your tail.
I know sunscreen is a part of my skincare every day now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My dresses came in for Frank's retirement too. They both look fantastic. I can't choose which one. That's how good they both look.
Yeah, pick one.
I know.
I think when you like during the week, if you want, I call Nikki. I'll tell you when she's off, and you can model and say, "Hey, which one you think is better?"
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get started. I know I kept you guys. I was driving back. Sorry about that. Traffic coming back from Maryland is ridiculous. A 3-hour trip to be 5 hours is crazy.
I can't imagine that. Luckily it wasn't like the holidays. It would have been very bad.
Oh, listen. It's you go up there to see family is dope and you spend time together, but it just sucks when you're stuck in this traffic.
All right.
But all right, Bree, take it away with the topics today. Oh, let me change
So we have 2 games left to say the scores. On Sunday, August 20th, week 2, the Saints beat the Chargers 22-17. And on Monday, August 21st, the Commanders beat the Ravens, giving them their first preseason loss in 7 years, 29-28. Week 3 has kicked off on Thursday. The Steelers defeated the Falcons 24-0. And the Colts defeated the Eagles 27-13. On Friday, August 25th, the Lions defeated the Panthers 26-17. The Titans defeated the Patriots 23-7. The Chargers defeated the 49ers 23-12. And on Saturday, August 26th, the Bills defeated the Bears 24-1. Cardinals defeated the Vikings 18-17. The Chiefs defeated the Browns 33-32. Packers defeated the Seahawks 19-15. And the Jets defeated the Giants 32-24. Commanders defeated the Bengals 21-19. Bucks defeated the Ravens 26-20. Jaguars defeated the Dolphins 31-18. The Cowboys defeated the Raiders 31-16. And the Broncos defeated the Rams 41-0. And our final game of preseason is kicking off right now on first quarter with 8 minutes left of the first quarter, 0-0 Saints versus Texans. So right now, Frank is leading the charge with 8. Me and June are both tied with 7, and Nikki is tied with 6. If the Saints wins, June and Frank, if the Saints win, Frank wins with 9. I come in second with 8 points. If the Texans win, June and Frank both tie with 8.
I didn't see none of the games. I saw some of the Patriots. I didn't watch it. I haven't watched. My question, I don't know if did anybody watch the Jets and Giants?
No, I only watched highlights of that one. I watched the Jags and the Dolphins game a little bit on TV.
And the reason I asked is because I wanted to know if did Did Aaron Rodgers play?
He did. He started. He threw a nice down to Garrett Wilson.
Okay. So that's what I want to see. I know it's preseason. Some people didn't even start their starters. I think Atlanta didn't start their starters against the Steelers. But I tell you what, I saw some of that game. Then I saw all of it.
Steelers and the Falcons game. That was good too.
I know the Falcons didn't start their starters, but if the first string, if Pickett and Pickens can connect the way they connected on a regular defense, Steelers are gonna be a problem, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a problem. So I wanna this. I'm curious. I'm ready to see week 1 is what I'm saying. I'm ready to get there. A lot of teams don't put no emphasis on preseason, so I don't know. You really don't get the full playbook on preseason either. They out certain things. So I know.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that the Bucks took an injury with the Jensen. Their center,
and their center is out for the rest of the season.
Yep.
You want to make me co-host? I can show the Miami one.
Yeah.
Miami and Dolphins.
I know who did start their starters and it looked real good.
Who?
The damn Jaguars. Let me tell you, man.
Yeah.
The entire squad looked amazing. From Trevor Lawrence to ETN to Ridley. Again, I know it's just preseason, but I think Doug Peterson said it best, and I think I respect him for that. He said, I want my starters to play, all of my starters to play, because they're going to build that chemistry now, not during the season.
Well, I mean, that's smart. And luckily nobody got hurt. We already know when you don't play him, it normally takes about the first 4 weeks of the season to get back in formation, which would be your preseason games,
Right. I mean, he didn't play them all. I think he played them 2 series, but I mean, I think that was pretty dope.
Okay.
Just going to forget about it. I know you all want to be forgotten about, so you get open, but it's hard to cover you all, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it'll be a weekly basis. We'll see what the defenses have planned, but we're all just really
There's
having
no
fun
close
with
up
big
slow-mo, but if you pay attention, the second defender, when he went to dive for the ball, I on my phone I could zoom in on the video.
I think
here I can't, but his helmet is like their heads accidentally collapsed, like right here.
About, so you get open,
right there.
It's hard to cover you all, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it'll be a weekly basis. We'll see what the defenses have planned, but
so he
we're
is
all just
in
really having
concussion
fun.
protocol right now.
America, I apologize for eating on the screen, but I've been driving. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat 2 slices of pizza while we record. I hope you guys don't get mad, but gotta eat. So yeah, that's crazy. But they also
him.
Right?
Huh?
They also stopped their game as well.
Yes, because he wasn't responsive. Like how he was laying down, like not moving, not responsive. That's why they stopped. He ended up gaining consciousness back once he was on his way to the hospital. So yeah, when the second defender went to try to dive to get the ball, their heads like split by each other.
Yeah, luckily it wasn't intentional. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hope he's okay. I just want, like I said, I want to know what they're going to do in the regular season when this happens. Are they going to cancel games there? Whoever's winning wins the game, or this is just a preseason thing because there's no stock in these games.
Yeah.
Well, they said that the helmets that they wear during training camp with like the cushion, they said those are more safe a lot of the players feel more safe wearing those helmets than the actual regular helmets.
So you got that padding.
Mm-hmm.
More protection. Maybe the NFL starts implementing that. Not just during practice or this thing, but in the real game.
Yep. All right, next we have running back Josh Jacobs ends his holdout and reports back to the team. He's been in Las Vegas and is ready to work. He signed a 1-year deal for $11 million, and he also changed his number from 28 to 8.
Who's that?
Josh Jacobs. He's ready to go.
Okay. I mean, and he's gonna play under the tag, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's gonna play under a 1 year tag, so it's 1 year for $11 million.
And I mean, it's. I guess he rolled the dice, and I guess he said, you know what? Let me see what all this noise is gonna get me. And the noise got him nowhere. It got him to I think the winner got $900,000, and that was Saquon Barkley out of this whole madness. And Josh Jacob didn't.
I think that Josh Jacobs' situation was a little different because Saquon was money hungry, right? They had a deal for him that he didn't want, right? Which was $2 million less than what Nick Chubb had originally had signed for, and he felt like he wanted more. Josh Jacobs, on the other hand, the franchise couldn't come up with a deal for him, and he was waiting in the car, waiting for anything, and they didn't have a deal for him. So his is different. His was like, I'm waiting, like
They didn't make him. They didn't make him
yeah.
all.
They didn't make an offer. Yeah.
Um,
That's disrespectful versus him saying, I want this much money. They're like, we can't do that for you. Sorry, I'm gonna sit out. He wasn't doing that. He was waiting for an offer and they didn't have one ready for him.
the problem that look, first off, I'm glad he reported.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a different right? I feel you attract more bees with honey than you do with shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you know you're playing a sport, you know you have a contract, you're waiting for a new contract, you're getting paid that, the salary, the thing, we've said this before, running backs have to start being more diverse because the NFL has changed. That ground and pound is not like it used to be. It's a pass. People want to see big passes downfield. They want the big plays. They want the 5-yard pass with 30 yards after catch. You know what I'm saying? And running backs like Christian McCaffrey, Eckler, to a certain, these guys, that's where they make their money at. Unfortunately, Eckler and, all these other guys haven't got paid, but McCaffrey and Henry did. So, to me, I think he assessed the situation, was like, you know what? This money guaranteed, no matter whether I get hurt or not, is a lot better than no money guaranteed. And let me go out here and ball out. If I prove that I'm an asset more than I'm a liability, somebody's going to pay me. So, G's going to need him. His team is going to need him. And I think he made the right call.
Oh, yeah. I think, absolutely, man. and I know it's like we're playing the same song over and over again when we say this, but play your contract out, my guy. That's what you signed up for. I respect you more if you play out your contract. And you want to get paid, man, and you don't want to play, then don't play, man. Because I think like you said, though, man, I think it's gonna hurt your chances in the future where any organization is gonna make me feel it's gonna attack that character. At the end of the damn day, it's gonna attack that character aspect of things. And we're not playing the game, but from the outside looking in, I still am able to be like, you know what? I can't have somebody like this in my organization because we're planning ahead and we have a contract and he don't want to fulfill it because now he thinks he's valued more. Then that's that.
Right. It's just like when you go interview for a company, they look at your Facebook, they look at all your social media, and they see certain. So they might call another person up. And how you call that? Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because for some reason it's saying that it connected to another device, but they might talk to each other. So let's say all three of us are owners, and my guy's holding out, and y'all know me personally because these owners know each other. And you go, Frank's not a bad guy. He'll pay you if this thing. So what's going on? We can talk. You can talk to the player and be like, you know what? Nah, if you're doing it to him and he's a nice person, then you're gonna do it to me. It's different when you like. If you look at the owners from the Colts, you'd be like, oh, well, nobody wants to really be there, but the Colts don't want to be there. But when you look at other owners, you're like, hold on, man, play it out, play it out. So I agree.
sorry, I was looking up at my Steelers poster and I realized like the Super Bowl parts of it, the actual Super Bowl tickets were rolled and seat numbers. So I could tell people, yeah, I went to the Super Bowl right here. That's all. All right. Next we have Cowboys traded for 49ers quarterback Trey Lance for a mid-round pick. Now, what's funny is the Bills also made a trade offer to the 49ers for Trey Lance, but the Cowboys outbid them with a 4th round pick to acquire them.
You want to go, Frank?
And if we recall, the 49ers gave up 3 first-round picks and a 3rd to the Dolphins as the Trey Lance deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is an interesting situation, right? Because it kind of brings me back a little bit to a different quarterback situation, right? And the quarterback that I'm gonna compare it to is gonna be Carson Wentz, right? And the reason I'm gonna go with that in that avenue is because now you have Dak that's getting paid. Wentz was getting paid, big contract. Dak, big contract. And now the struggles are real. The struggles are real for Dak. He's not living up pretty much to his contract, regardless of he came back from an injury and he led the NFL in interceptions. That preseason started and he picked up right where he left off, even though it's preseason, right? But now you're going to bring in a first rounder that you traded for a 4th, hey, I'm going to give you a 4th round draft pick for this first rounder that you traded 3 for. And I'm Dak. And I'm supposed to feel okay with that. So now I think the pressure is going to be on Dak on his mental stage to see how he's going to be able to balance that type of decision. Regardless of what they're saying in front office, Dak, you're it no matter what. Nah, my dude, you just brought somebody else in. How am I supposed to handle this? So I just hope that's not the situation. But if Dak don't perform, we'll see Trey Lance, starting on the center mid to late season this year. That's what I personally believe. And there goes Dak.
This is a twofold thing, right?
Look at my tan. Look at my bracelet tan.
That's crazy.
And then my Apple Watch tan.
That's crazy. The thing is, right, the 49ers dumped. They took a loss. They pulled like a franchise, right? Like a company thing. Like, all right, we bought all this stuff. You can't do nothing with it. We're just going to dump it and hope we get something out, right? So that's one. 2, Trey Lance never really got a chance. If we're honest, you know what I'm saying? He started, broke his leg. Jimmy G came back in. He got hurt. And then, Brock Purdy came in and lit it up. Went 7-1. Never lost the game that he completed. The one loss was against the Eagles, but he got hurt in the first half, right? So it's like now you got this guy that they feel didn't develop, is not developing, has all these issues, so we're going to get rid of him. Now you go to the Cowboys, and I'm glad you brought that up, because if I'm Dak, even though I know this guy's not where I'm at developmental-wise, but like you said, if mid-season I'm not going to make the playoffs anyway, and I just got this first-round pick for a steal for a 4th round, I'm going to put him in and see what we got and let him figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So, back to what you're saying, Dak needs to stay positive. But to me, the 49ers took a hit. They gave up 3 first-round picks. But one thing about the 49ers is they've proven that it doesn't matter what quarterback's under center. They got weapons in there to make it win. So, I mean, now they got Sam Darnold, which is a strong backup, could be a starter. So if Brock Purdy starts struggling, guess what? And Sam Darnold actually was doing good in the preseason. That's what he job. He was actually doing good. So, hey, look, this could turn around. Let's be crazy and say, what if Brock goes down or doesn't play well, Sam comes in and they go win the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold in the center.
Go best friend.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be so crazy that this guy went from 3 different teams and then leads the team to the playoffs. Because a lot of us think we need that immaculate, like we need that great play, like the Mahomes, the Bradys, the Ben Roethlisbergers. No, you don't. You need somebody to manage the game and not give it away.
Right.
And as long as you got a good defense and you're not giving the ball back to the other team and you're putting up points, you could win a Super Bowl. You could actually win a game. So, to me, I'm interested to see, but this is more about the 49ers cutting bait. They know they lost. They know they messed up. They know that they wasted their time. So, we'll see what happens.
I agree. Next, they came up with the new NFL commercial called The Script. So I was gonna play it really fast. We do not own or have the rights to this video. Is that what you're supposed to say?
They don't own the rights to this video.
Okay. I thought it was a cute little commercial. That's also on my Twitter. Oh, that's Zoom. Okay. Twitter. Can you see Twitter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's my friend getting married.
Hey, congratulations, Malik.
He's the one who makes all the challenge merch. That was like the thing you saw. Okay, here it is. You guys ready?
Okay, we need something juicy for mid-season.
What if I got a ring to match this ice?
Speaking of Super Bowl.
Big Kirko wakes up dripping like this.
Kurt. I like it, Kirko.
You like that?
Big Kirko, I'm loving it.
Fifth, we replace the gritty with the sexy. Dexy. Sexy. Dexy. Come on, people. Sexy. Dexy. So sexy.
I think for my next celebration, I'll ride a Bengal tiger.
Can somebody procure me a Bengal tiger?
I got a guy.
My man, okay.
What if we ban sex?
What if we reveal that Tyreek Hill is actually part cheetah?
What if that Jimmy Garoppolo character fell in love with my character?
Steamy, forbidden love.
That's a good-looking guy right there, Mom. I see where you're going.
Whoa.
What if I got a ring to match this ice?
Speaking of Super Bowl, let's skip to the last page. I've taken the liberty of writing something spectacular. Wait for it. And...
I did not see this coming.
I know. Just think of the memes. You can't make this stuff up.
Season 104. Let's get to work.
There's another one. Here's the other one. There's two.
All right, everyone. Last season was a smash. Ratings gold, but this year's script has to top it. So welcome to the table read for the 104th season of the NFL. Let's get to work. Yes, Jalen.
I thought this was the dress rehearsal.
Oh, sorry.
Week 1, 4th quarter, 3:02 left. Jamar leaps up and makes a no-handed catch.
No hands. How?
I don't need hands. I'll just catch you with my abs.
We can call it the abracadabra. Might as well send the ball to Canton now.
What if we wrote the Mahomes character out of the script entirely?
Did you hear what he said?
Yes.
Guys, not cool.
Listen.
Mahomes character out of the script entirely.
Cadabra. Might as well send the ball to Canton now.
What if we wrote the Mahomes character out of the script entirely?
Wrote him off.
Yes.
Guys, not cool. Who said that? She did.
You're an actor, Patrick. Act like one.
Boring.
What if we played shirts versus skins?
I like it, Kirko.
What if we replace my legs with actual wheels?
I love it.
What if Derrick Henry stiff arms a guy into another?
Would it be possible for us to get to page 2?
Completely. That was funny.
That was.
I love
What
it.
if? What if we scratch Mahomes out of the script entirely? They're all like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, like, you know what?
And no-handed catch though. He makes a no-handed catch.
He's grabbing my abs. You know, imagine that. Just picture that. Like,
Yeah.
it's stuck inside the helmet and he catches it. Like that's crazy. But I love it that they're entertaining it.
The script. Yeah.
NFL is looking friendly, is looking funny, is looking fun. You know what I'm saying? But why the NFL wasn't looking like that? And it was all, I love what they're doing there. I love the players talking about it. A lot of times we forget these guys are normal people, and they're a lot of my friends off the field. But they're competitors too, like they're warriors. So obviously they don't want to can't face Mahomes. Let's write him off completely. Yeah, that's good. Right. He's like, no, wait a minute. You're
Who said that?
you know,
That's funny, man.
I thought it was funny. So that makes me can't kind of wait until the Super Bowl, because the commercial. If you're getting this now, and it's not even started the season, just imagine when we get to that point, these people are going to try to kill it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Okay, next we have Jonathan Taylor. So an update on Jonathan Taylor. The Colts have rejected a trade offer for running back Jonathan Taylor by the Dolphins. Despite rejecting at least one trade offer, the two sides continue to engage negotiations. Other NFL teams are also believed to have made serious offers as well, and one of them being Philadelphia.
Of course.
We'll take him.
Listen,
You're right. We'll take him.
Look, let me address Philadelphia first, and then we'll get to the other part. The Eagles will do whatever it takes to try to get this ring. They will bring Jesus, Noah.
We're working on that, buddy.
Yeah.
It's part of the script.
Right?
It's part of the script.
It's part of the script.
But the thing is, I don't think the Eagles need all that. They already got enough weapons. I could see.
I think back is like their last, but is Rashad Penny a strong enough candidate?
So we was talking about this earlier, right? It's a passing league. When you got a quarterback that can scramble as well, a decent running back is going to be effective. But it's a passing league. They got 2 wide receiver ones on the squad. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't too many people can say they got 2 wide receiver ones as a 1 and 2 option. I could see why they didn't go to Miami. They got to face them. They're in the same conference. But this is what I hate about teams, right? And this is where I'm going to say, if I'm an owner, and it kind of is, I hate to relate this to what we do as a profession, what June used to do. If a person don't want to work for me, guess what? There's other places you can go, right? The difference is this is not the military. This is football. And these players, they're talented. They make a lot of money. He doesn't want to be there. Your owner's not the best person. He wants out. You guys screwed the pooch on that yourself. That had nothing to do with the player. Let him go somewhere. We've seen teams be fully loaded with talent and not pull off a win. We've seen it. We've seen teams win with a lot of talent. Rams sold out. They went and got Stafford. But we all know that it wasn't Stafford that won in that ring. It was Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? So he was ready on the team. I'll go back to my Patriots when they had Randy Moss, Wes Welker. They had this. They were scoring all the points, putting up all the yards, and guess what? Get to the Super Bowl, and the Giants defense said, "Stop. 8. You're gonna keep it to 17 points. Slow down." What is it? But Nikki said something about snuggle butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, slow down. You're not gonna get it. So I think going back to let the player go where he wants to go. Excuse me. If it's gonna make him happy, you're gonna get some value, because people want him. And then going back to the Eagles, I don't think the Eagles need a Jonathan Taylor, man. I don't. I think they got enough on there. The defense is good. I don't know. Too much talent sometimes isn't good.
And I agree. I agree. I think we do have all the pieces, right? But you're not gonna steer away from a deal. So if we can still afford, right, to get what we can. Look what we got for Wentz out of this whole madness. We got A.J. Brown. We got Devontae Smith, right?
Yeah.
And we got Jalen Hurts. All from Carson Wentz. That's a hell of a deal. So when you're looking at Carter, I'm sorry, and Carter, not Jalen Hurts. So, if you could get a deal, I wouldn't knock it. I'll entertain the deal. But I do like the conversation about, even though it's a passing league, and having the weapons that we have, just mastering every offensive position will only make defensive coordinators have that much more of a challenge when they face the teams with all those weapons.
Yeah,
you just don't know. The only thing that we could mess up on is our our defense, in my opinion.
I mean, I don't want to make this about one team when it's about a player, but you're right. You're right. You're 100% correct. I'm not denying that. Listen, if he would have went to the Eagles, I would have said, man, y'all might as well start polishing that. You're going to Super Bowl at least. Out of the NFC side, you're going. But we all know that's it really boils down to a team effort. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I hope he gets to go to a team. What I don't want to see is them send him to what's the worst team in the league?
Let's just say
Cardinals.
Yes, to the Cardinals, right?
Mm.
And now this guy's not doing anything, because if he went to the Patriots, but we don't need him, but they'll use him. It'll be like having a James White times 10. Actually, no, he was undrafted. Jonathan Taylor was undrafted. He was undrafted. So, hey, bro, look, but I feel Buffalo should have made the push. That's just me. But
right, I agree.
Set that on our chat too, that they should have made the push. Buffalo
to me should make the push, and I think that if Buffalo gets a running back like Jonathan Taylor, that's going to be. I mean, it's already tough conference, tough division, but now you got and doesn't have to run the ball like that. I think it'd be amazing, amazing. What's up, Nikki? Why you?
What's up?
Oh, I gotta send you that too. I ain't forget. I gotta get it from my room. Nikki. You ain't say nothing, girl. She's not even muted.
Can you hear us? We can't hear you.
Yeah, but she's not even muted. That's the crazy thing about it.
You can hear her?
No, I'm saying on the screen it says it says.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's not muted. I don't know why we.
Oh snap!
We can see her. That's great. Congratulations. Nice for you to be here with us. Thank you. There you go with them eyes rolling to the right and left.
Hey.
We can't hear you, love. We can read lips maybe. If you try, I could focus. But yeah, no, I think Jonathan Taylor. I hope he goes to a good team, man. You saw that, and I know it has nothing to do with the Colts, okay? I know it does not. I just saw it today on Thread or X or whatever it's called. And it had Brady out with the Raiders talking about go ruin their night in the locker room, talking to Jimmy G as he walks out. I think it's very interesting that they're reunited.
And it feels so good.
What else you got, Bree?
All right, next we have we'll do that one now because I'm going to share my screen again for Twitter. So we have Ryan Clark versus Tua, and we get an insertion of Tyreek Hill. Okay, so Ryan Clark, let me share my screen. I'll just show the clip. We do not
own the rights.
Own the rights. Yes, we do not own the rights. I think you got to put that in the caption too, Frank. All right, can y'all see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, so let me go back to bookmarks. So we're gonna start with these are my bookmarks, right? Okay, I had to scroll up. Okay, so this is what Ryan Clark said on NFL Live.
And an say 5 for 7, 61 yards, and an interception. So rocky start to the game for Tua right there.
Tua even got them tats.
Yeah, he did.
Tua said,
full sleeve.
Y'all think I bet because I've been hurt. I ain't tough.
I'm gonna tell you what he wasn't doing. He wasn't in the gym. I bet you that.
Come on,
he wasn't with me. He might have spent a lot of time at the tattoo parlor. He was not at the dinner table eating what the nutritionist had advised.
Oh my!
He looks happy.
Okay.
He is thick.
He thick.
Yeah, he's built like a girl work at Onyx in Atlanta right now on the bottom.
Come on now.
So Tua responds.
Sorry, saying something.
He had some criticism about you, saying that you didn't hit the gym in the off season, you didn't follow nutritionist advice.
Yeah.
If he were here, what would you say to him?
He probably knows more about me than I know about myself. I don't know. Well, Ryan's been out the league for some time, so I don't know. It's a little weird when other people are talking about other people when they're not that person. So I don't know. It's just a little weird. I come back. I like my background is like I come from a Samoan family. Like respect is everything, but you know. It does get to a point where, hey, you know, little easy on that, buddy, because you know I think we're pretty tough-minded people, and if we need to get scrappy, we can get scrappy too. Just saying.
Oh, my God.
And then we have, of course, nonetheless, Tyreek Hill quotes and says, "Yeah, what he said, we got free smoke for you." Right? So then Ryan Clark tweets and says that he stands on what he said. Tyreek said something, and then Ryan Clark issued an apology 3 days ago.
I had to answer questions. Yesterday, Tua Tagovailoa had to answer questions about something I said on Monday, something that I truly just felt like was a joke to me, that I've realized as the week has gone on, if this man has to answer questions about it, if so many Miami Dolphins fans are offended by it, then people ain't taking it as a joke. So let me be very clear. If I've offended you, Tua, if I've hurt you, if I've disrespected you, if anybody that supports and loves you feels some sort of way because of what I said, I truly apologize. I had two priorities when I started this job. Number one, respect the players and the executives and the coaches that make this game run. Number two, it was earn the respect of those very same people, and more importantly, keep it. Anything contrary to that, then I gotta check myself. Now, don't get me wrong, my ego was involved. When Tua was asked about how he felt about these comments, and he said, keep my name out your mouth, yeah, my first thought is, or what? Or he says he's scrappy, I think to myself, man, I fed my family on violence. I ain't tripping on that. But that's the pride that doesn't enable me to see what this dude's going through. The constant criticisms, the constant scrutiny, constantly being questioned, feeling the stress of always having to prove yourself, just to show people you can be available. And then you work throughout the entire offseason, which I talked to his trainer and said that man was in there 3 times a day to build himself up to be healthy. And you got to hear a comment like this. So I get it. I get it because I do want to respect Tua Tagovailoa. I get it because I want his respect too. So to the Miami Dolphins, to head coach Mike McDaniel, who I have a ton of respect for, but most of all, to Tua Tagovailoa and his family, I deeply apologize. I've reached out. I hope to talk to you soon, brother. But just know, I wasn't questioning the way you work. I wasn't questioning how much it mattered to you. It was what I can consider now a bad joke. But for me, it's been a lesson. I'll be better. Thank you.
Whew. So I kind of jumped in that on Twitter because people started bringing Big Ben into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk about Tua's weight, but your quarterback looked like this. Ryan Clark also responded to a tweet of a Miami Dolphin fan that said that. And he said, yeah, but while my quarterback looked like this, he also won 2 rings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a fun night. They was fighting. The girlies were fighting on Twitter.
So I respect Ryan for what he did. He's protecting his brand. He's protecting
100%.
his character, the pivot. There's a lot. Listen, Ryan Clark is very respected in the sports world, okay? And I've been watching him on Pivot. I think he's a great analyst. I think he's a great podcaster, does great interviews. He was a great player. And I give him credit because he has health issues. And he never allowed him to stop him from being great at his game. He's also a realist. He doesn't go up there and brag or act like I'm the toughest corner or, I was the greatest or any of that. He's very humble and he has a lot of humility. And because of that, I like him. He cracked a joke. Tua was in his bag. That's really what it came down to. And Tua let the media get to him by asking the question. And then when he closed it out and said, we can get scrappy if we want to get scrappy, that's it. All he had to say was, listen, I'm Samoan. We're big people naturally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get in the gym, baby. You know what I'm saying? Laugh it off, but he let the moment get to him. And Tyreek Hill, sit down, please. You got a nose ring.
Tyreek Hill said, hey, we got that smoke for you if you want it.
I don't know. The guy with a nose ring tell me he got smoke. I don't know. It bothers me. So sit down. But Ryan Clark.
But Tyreek, he always jump into every Twitter war.
Tyreek, look, Ryan Clark really did it to protect his image, his brand. That's what he did. That's what he did. As a mature man, realizing there is more at stake here than me going back and forth with a guy that's concussion prone and might not even play the whole season. So relax. Big Ben, you're right. Big Ben ate chicken wings, drank beer, didn't take care of himself, but he went to 3 Super Bowls and got 2 rings, right?
Mm-hmm. And he's just actually a big man.
Yeah, and he didn't do it with a monster team. He had, the Steelers always draft good receivers. I've never seen them with whack receivers. But the point I'm trying to make is he didn't have the monster offensive weapons. They just had a great defense. So Ryan Clark, I respect you, brother. Look, I think it's dope. Tua, stop being sensitive, bro. Relax.
He also said you keep my name out your mouth.
Yeah,
I think you're right, man. I think you're right, and I think at this point, Tua just pretty much said, "Man, I'm tired of dealing with all this criticism." And on top of that, Ryan Clark is the icing on the cake. I'm coming back from trying to prove to these guys that I'm not a concussion-prone dude. I'm not even injury-prone at this point. I'm concussion-prone at this point. So I'm trying to fight through that. And now I got to answer questions about Ryan Clark. That's it. The next motherfucker is going to get these hands.
The minute they brought Big Ben in, I was like, leave him out of it. I'm about to start. I've been so good on Twitter and almost a year. It's been almost a year.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Say the least.
What you gotta say, girl? You want to say something about it, or you good?
I'm good. I didn't get to hear it. I had lost service, so I didn't hear nobody's interview.
Okay, we'll catch you.
So recap. I'll recap. Ryan Clark was on NFL Live, and he said that one thing Tua hasn't been doing this offseason is working out. He's looking a little thick. He looked like one of them stripper girls at the strip club Onyx and Atlanta. Everybody laughed. The reporter asked Tua, what did he think about it? He said, I'm Samoan and I come from a family with respect, but, sometimes we can get scrappy if we have to get scrappy. Keep your name out my mouth. So then Tyreek jumped in and was like, yeah, we want all the smoke. We want the smoke. So then Ryan Clark issued an apology for disrespecting Tua after seeing that Tua, he said it started off, he thought it was a joke. And then when he heard what Tua said, his pride was like, when he said, keep my name out your mouth, to him, he was like, or what you gonna do? And then when Tua said we can get scrappy, he said, I fed my family off of violence, so what you want to do? But he had to take a step back, realize that he said something hurtful about a player, and that he takes full accountability. He apologized to the whole Dolphins organization, the fans, and Tua and the coaches.
I mean, I think at that level,
First of all, Tua is not about that life. Stop it. He is not about that life. Shut the hell up. You know how many people been talking about him? And then he this and he that. Why? I do agree. Maybe he's just over it, right? Like Jill said, right? If it ain't one thing, it's another. But you're not really about that life. Don't do that. Don't let these people in your background feed your head up and get you knocked the fuck out for real. Right. Then you be knocked out for real. Better be quiet. Oh, here talking crazy. You know he not about this. It's okay. And Tyree will be the one to be like, hit him. And then only God knows where he'll be at after your ass is laid out. That shit's crazy. And you're right. He only apologized to, protect his brand. First of all, you trying to size him up. We can do the smoke. What? So I don't even think half these people hit you. Your ass was concussed. But cut it out. That shit irritated me.
My thing is, and I'm glad you said that. Ryan Clark got a ring. He got a Super Bowl ring. And he wasn't sitting the bench when he got this ring. He actually played. Like, yo, put some respect on the guy's name. Like, you sensitive because you didn't work out, bruh. You didn't work out.
You look a little thickums. That's all he said. You're a little thickums.
Yo, stop. Yo, June, you know what that goes back to? That new Navy. That new world order shit, right? So
Yes.
Kids sensitive because you call them out of something. Relax, kids. Papo, tranquilo. Hold up. It easy. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be okay. Go work out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he done found a Simeon on him.
Facts, bro.
He called me thick.
You know what I'm saying? He's on a command survey. The NFL command.
That's funny.
I better tell you. He be talking about y'all.
All right, our last topic is before pictures. ESPN has reached an agreement with Keyshawn Johnson on an $18 million buyout, and Keyshawn will join Skip Bayless as his new partner on Undisputed. Richard Sherman and Michael Irvin are also on board. So all that stuff he was saying last week, like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm not going on Undisputed for him to go on Undisputed the next week.
So Keyshawn Johnson's going Undisputed. Michael Irvin.
And Richard Sherman.
Good. I like that. Skip is reaching. Listen, Skip is reaching, and I think
are good. Those are good people.
It's not a bad reach. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only some of them are just there for football season, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
What we want to see. Well, Skip needs somebody that's going to challenge him. He doesn't need somebody that's going to sit there and just let him.
Richard Sherman.
Yeah, say what he's going to say.
Keyshawn Johnson will.
Shannon Sharp was again going back to Shannon Sharp. He saw his value and he took it. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. He saw the value. He saw his name go up, his brand go up, and he took advantage. But Skip, Undisputed. I'm looking forward to come back. I'm like June said, I'm gonna have a lot of time to be able to watch, and I'm gonna watch. My wife was like, "Hey, you might just need to be still and not do nothing for a couple of weeks and figure your life out." So, come September 9th, what was that? No, my bad. The September 11th, after we honor our fallen people that died on the attack, I'm gonna watch some Fox Sports and ESPN and drink some coffee, like June said. And sit here and wonder what my life's gonna look like. But I'm here for it. I think it's good. And I want to see Michael Irvin back on TV. Look, Michael Irvin got accused of some inappropriate stuff, and this video and a lot of stuff that vindicated him, and they still haven't formed an apology. They still haven't brought him back on. Look, 3-time Super Bowl champ. He's part of that legacy of the Dallas Cowboys that people still hold on to 30 years ago. And Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. And you know what? He's a good man. He's overcome a lot of his adversities, addiction, all that good stuff. Excuse me, I want to see him on TV again. So you said Richard Sherman and Keyshawn Johnson he knew they were going to cut him from ESPN. They probably did. And he's like, I need to find a job. I'm going over there with Skip. We're going to do our thing. So I like Keyshawn got a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Bucks. So it's good to see him on there. So you're going to have Keyshawn, Richard Sherman, and Michael Irvin all combined have 5 rings total. One's a Hall of Famer. Richard Sherman might be in the Hall of Fame later on. You never know, as a defensive player. So I think it'll be good. I'm here for it. I am here for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it too. Okay, now we have pictures, and we can just incorporate the game in the pictures too. So I'll do the game first. And then I have a picture that I showed Frank. I'm gonna do this one last. I have a picture that I showed Frank, and then I just want Nikki and June to guess it, but it's gonna be the last picture. All right. So
Frank probably
all right,
hit
so we're back
maybe
with
cheating
this.
sometime.
We're back with this. All right, so I'm gonna ask, right, and raise your hand. Okay, just so you have to pay attention so you don't say Frank is cheating. Okay, so whatever you're doing, you have to stop it right now. When I ask, you raise your hand. If you don't want to instead of raising the hand on the Zoom, right, just shoot your hand up, but make sure it's not out of the camera frame. So just go like this really, really fast, right? Do not use the Zoom hand raise. Just shoot your actual hand up, okay? So first one is a someone who played for the Steelers and the Vikings.
I don't know. You got me beat.
Position. Hint. I like to use one of my lifelines of hint.
I mean, the only hint I can really, okay, I'll give you an easy hint. I have the list of all the people. Can't really show you. I'll give you a hint, right? This person was a wide receiver. And they played for Minnesota first, then Pittsburgh.
God, I'm looking at his face.
Where the hell do I find Peanut? Oh, found it.
Mike Wallace was probably the easiest one.
Dang.
He was the most recent. Everybody else played in the 80s, 90s. Okay.
Dang.
Next, name a player who played for both Baltimore and the Steelers.
I would like to see Frank's face if I could, because I want to see if he's looking at his phone or anything like that.
You can hit the thingy on the side. The plus. You can see everybody.
I raised my hand. Peters.
Hold on, Frank.
He looked it up.
I did not. I just only remember Patrick Peters because she showed me him in the black uniform. He said, "Don't he look so much better in black and gold?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he does."
Who?
So, Patrick Peters?
No, Patrick Peterson played for the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, see, June, I was wrong.
He just seen Peters on Google and just assumed it was Patrick.
It's not. Humphrey still plays for the Ravens. It's not Suggs because he went to Arizona. Man, I don't know.
And there he goes. He got some tough ones this time.
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh gosh.
Nobody remembers that. Nobody remembers that.
Name.
You should have said he had a platinum album.
Name a Steelers who's also a Hall of Famer. Frank, you didn't follow the rules, but remember I said your actual hand because June can't get to the hand raising fast enough.
Okay, all right. Look.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Frank.
The bus.
Jerome Bettis.
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding. Frank gets a point.
Your old quarterback. He shouldn't have gotten a point because he didn't follow the rules.
But he raised his hand and you didn't. So raise your actual hand versus the Zoom hand.
He totally
All
took me
right.
out of I was in a
June,
roll.
he did what?
He took me. I was in a zone. He done took me out of. I don't know what was going on.
All right. Name a player who played for both the Buccaneers and the Vikings.
And the Vikings?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. This was harder than last year. Last week was easier. Damn, you said Vikings?
Mm-hmm. So Brian McFadden makes these little charts. So that's where I get them from. And this one, this chart, he asked Mike Tomlin all of these.
So what position was it? Can I ask that?
A lot. There's a lot of people. There's guards, linebackers, defensive ends, running backs, kickers, centers, tight ends. More in the early 2000s.
Warren Sapp.
There's a quarterback from 2000s to the 2010s that started with Tampa Bay and went to Minnesota.
Oh no.
I can't find
Warren
no
Sapp.
on there.
Who?
Warren Sapp.
No.
No, he went Bucks to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Freeman?
Who?
Freeman?
First name?
Devontae.
That's a running back.
Never know.
Josh Freeman. Frank got the point.
What? He didn't get his name right.
Yes, he did. He said Josh.
Yeah,
He didn't say Josh.
Yes, he did. Well, you were talking.
Hater, bro.
I ain't even hear that. I ain't even hear that.
Yo, Frank is the biggest sore loser. All right.
Oh, okay. Not.
Not Frank, June. June is the biggest.
Oh yeah,
sore
you got it
loser.
right. You got it right. He looked it up.
All right. Name a player. Name a player who has played for Tampa Bay and the Ravens. Frank, don't look this up on your laptop.
I'm not.
Yeah. Thank
I'm
you.
not.
Thank
Look,
you.
my hand's right here. My hand's right here. Go ahead, June.
You put both hands up. I didn't know if that was
No,
a
no,
thing.
I'm sorry,
You did like three different things.
So, I'm gonna let you do you.
There's a player who played for both the Ravens and the Bucks. Do you guys want to hint?
June, let's go. Since you said I was cheating, go.
You want me to answer the hardest one?
That's not the hardest one.
Okay. You give up?
Nope.
Okay.
The Ravens and the Bucks?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna give you a hint. Position: running back.
He's not even gonna guess running back.
That's the easiest one.
Damn, what's his name?
Bree, when does his clock run out?
10, 9, 8.
He hit the
7,
chick in the elevator.
6, 5.
What's
4,
his name?
3, 2, 1, and you're incorrect. Frank?
Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer, but he's not a running back.
Yay.
I was talking. Le'Veon Bell also played for the Bucks and the Ravens.
He did play for the Bucks. You're right, yeah.
Le'Veon Bell played for the Steelers, Jets, Ravens, Bucks, and Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
You should have said he had a platinum album.
And Ray Rice did not play for any other team after he got suspended.
I thought he came back from practice squad or something.
No, not even. Wish. Great running back. Never came back.
All right. Name a Tampa Bay Buccaneers Hall of Famer.
Oh, Rondé Barber.
You didn't raise your hand? June?
Warren Sapp.
It's correct. I thought you was gonna say Rondé Barber.
Nope.
All right, next. All right, hold on. Let me pull this chart back up. Who's that? Minnesota. Okay. Name a Minnesota player who has had 5+ interceptions
In one game or the season?
in the season.
My hands up.
No, it was not.
Drew's hand did go up before yours, Frank. It did.
Patrick Peterson.
That is correct.
Oh, you said caught 5 interceptions?
Yeah, not thrown.
Oh, yeah, he got me because I was going to say Kirk Cousins.
Little Kirk.
No, 5+, like a defensive player who has caught 5+ interceptions.
Oh, okay.
The
Ravens, right?
Yep. Now we have Baltimore Ravens. Name a player, right, Frank?
Ed Reed.
Yes. Ed Reed has actually caught a total of 61.
Did you finish your question? That should be like a negative point.
No,
stop
hating.
So yes, Ed Reed has had a total of 61 interceptions in his career as a Baltimore Raven. Under him is Ray Lewis with 31.
Like, stop, bro. It's on the screen.
Frank won 3-2.
No, hey, I wasn't ready for that last question. I didn't even hear you. That's why I was like, is she gonna say the question?
Yes. Hey, so I'll tell you what, June. Listen, bro. Listen.
Get 2 more questions, Brady. One more.
I need you to improve your equipment in your house because you're not up to par with what's going on.
I didn't hear that last question. I don't know if you texted to him or something.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Every team's most recent top 5 draft picks 1 through 5. The Steelers' last top 5 draft pick was in 1970, and the Seahawks and the Texans, the Colts, and the Panthers were all in 2023.
There's no way.
Yeah, the Steelers' last, like, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 draft pick was the last one was 1970. Now I'm gonna give you a hint. Who in that picture was the Steelers' last top 5 draft pick? They're in that picture right there.
Bradshaw.
Yes.
Are we doing the hand thing anymore? Or you see what I'm talking about? This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Dude, we're not playing the
Inconsistency.
game no more. Dude, no, we're not playing the We're not playing the game anymore.
You know, that's how hey, that's NFL, you know, they get caught.
Yes. And the second so the only teams that had a top 5 draft pick in the 1900s are the Patriots and the Steelers. Everyone else has had a top 5 draft pick in the 2000s.
That's crazy.
1970, and our last top 5 draft pick was Terry Bradshaw. He still looked the same.
That's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens when you consistently win. I'm just saying.
We need to bring up like the last time each team was like under investigation.
Wow, like 3 years for the Patriots. That's what happens.
Damn.
Like a long ass time ago for the Steelers. Like
Yeah,
team or person.
Team.
What?
I'll look that up. All right. So these are the AFC wide receivers' best receiving yard game. We have week 6 for Trayvon Diggs with 148 yards, 190 yards to Tyreek Hill, 124 yards week 7, Juju, 162 yards week 13, 132 yards week 6 for Jamar Chase. Sorry, that's Garrett Wilson for the Jets. For the Ravens, week 208 yards. For the Steelers, week 15, 98 yards. For week 8 for the Browns, 131 yards. Jags, 117. Week 1, 159. Week 8 for Tennessee, 134 yards. Week 6, Colts, 182. Week 4, 63. Week 11, 104. Week 16, Chargers, 177. Week 13, Raiders, and 154. I just thought those were cool stats.
I think it's very surprising that the Kansas City has only 63 yards. That's their best receiving yard game.
No, it's not Juju, but now he's with the Patriots. That's why he has the Patriots logo next to him. But Juju's was week 11 or week 724 yards.
Yeah, I'm saying. I mean, to me, it's surprising. 63 yards.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
98 yards for Deontay. Got to get it together. Ben would never.
I mean,
these are just the receivers' yards, best receiving yard game last season for each receiver. So for Kansas City, Juju had 124 yards in week 7, June. But they have him under Patriots because he now plays for the Patriots. Yeah. I think as a rookie, 162 yards in a game for Garrett Wilson, that's immaculate, especially with
it's really good.
Especially with what's his name? What's the other Wilson? What's the other quarterback?
You talking about Wilson? Denver Wilson?
No, no. Who's the Jets quarterback that's backing up Aaron Rodgers now? I forgot his name.
Zach
Wilson. Especially with Zach Wilson under center, 162 yards.
Stephon Diggs. Oh, that's not per game. Oh no. Okay.
No, this is their best receiving yard game. So in week 6, he had a total of 148 yards that game.
This is not fair, bro. Like this, I don't want to know all. I just want to know per game. Like this is ridiculous. Like. So what's really happening is I need to find a better source of information that's going to break it down. I mean, this is great, but I need to know per game. And here's why. He came in the league. When is Stephon Diggs coming to
the league? 2014, 2015? 2014.
2015.
15.
Yep. And he's been in the league, let's say 7 years. Safe to say?
Mm-hmm.
And when you only got 148, that's the best you got is 148 yards in a game.
Last season.
Oh, no, okay, never mind.
Yeah, this is their best yard game last season.
Yo, why isn't where the hell is my man Mike Evans?
He was hurt all last season, Frank. So I don't know.
I mean, he still averaged 1,000 yards. He's the only wide receiver in NFL history to have more than 8 seasons with 1,000 yards consecutive.
Mm-hmm. Like total or in a game?
Total.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know how many he had in a game. This is just what they have up here. Well, this is also AFC, not NFC.
Okay, you're right. Belay my last, America. I'm sorry.
Belay my last.
This is interesting. This is.
So even though they have DeAndre Hopkins under Tennessee, in Arizona, 8, he had 159 yards that game.
That's not. I mean, look. I think that's dope. This just tells you competition is competition.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, June the Eagles got 2 wide receivers that got all that in one game. Apiece. They like the cheat code. You know what I mean? Like.
I haven't found the NFC one, but I can find it so we can discuss the NFC wide receivers next week. All right. So we've seen this already before. The wide receivers paid 3 years ago versus now. Now, my question for you with this is, who do you think is getting overpaid out of the now? So you have Tyreek Hill with $30 million, Devontae Adams with $28.3 million, DeAndre Hopkins $27.3, Cooper Kupp $26.7, Diggs $26, AJ Brown $25, Deebo Samuels $24.5, DK Metcalf $24, Terry McLaurin $23.2, and DJ Moore $20 million. Who out of this list would you say is getting overpaid in the now?
I think they're all worth it.
Yeah, me too.
While June analyzed this, Tyreek Hill, we know what he matters to the. We know what he matters. Okay, we talk a lot of trash about them having Waddle, but like June said, it's a lot harder for defenses to try to match up against 2 wide receivers that are wide receiver ones, vice one. So $30 million for Tyreek Hill, that's a small fraction, plus he has a Super Bowl ring. Devontae Adams at $28 million, you know what he brings to the table. Hopkins, another one. Cooper Cup, Triple Crown winner, Super Bowl winner. The Swiss Army knife of receivers. Diggs, we saw what he did for Josh Allen. A.J. Brown was good with mediocre Tannehill. He goes to the Eagles and look what he does.
Go to the Super Bowl and gets 1,000 yards.
Exactly. Deebo Samuel, another one, Super Bowl. They didn't win, but he went. And he can run the ball, he can catch, he can do a lot of different things. We know what Metcalf can do. That's not a thing. McLaurin, we know what he's meant to the Redskins. Actually, McLaurin, I think, is getting underpaid for $23 million, considering that he's probably the best weapon the damn Commanders, the 05s have in Washington. And DJ Moore. He was good in the Panthers, and you saw what he did. He's about to kill it. What team is he on now?
The Bears. He's
going to kill it on the Bears. We saw what he did with that one pass in the end zone. Give me my money, you know? So I feel like some of these people are getting underpaid compared to overpaid, to be honest. That's just me.
Okay. I agree. I like your thinking, your thoughts. Jew?
Yeah. I think it's spot on. Now, I mean, the only question I have for y'all on this right here, I mean, I agree with this whole thing. If Antonio Brown would have never wilded out the way he did, do you think he'll be a top 3 paid wide receiver today?
Yeah. Yes. I wholeheartedly do think that. I think he'll be a top 2, not number 2 wide receiver. That's just my opinion. He's one of the best wide receivers I've ever watched play.
I was going to say that. He is a well-rounded wide receiver. And like you said, if he never would have did what he did, hands down, top 5 wide receivers in the league. He was
in the league. He'll be top 2, not number 2.
Yep. Listen, he was in the Steelers. He was the killer. He was killing it. He went to the Patriots for one game. They couldn't stop it. He goes to the Raiders. Never plays for them. Goes to the Bucks. And once he's in there, he's one of them people that has the God-given talent, just doesn't have the mentality to be able to maintain it. And it's sad because
he got arrested a couple of days ago.
You said what? He got arrested, right?
A couple of days ago.
Actually, he's getting brought on to It Is What It Is podcast with Mace and Cameron when football starts.
He got arrested for not paying child support to his first baby mama again.
That's crazy when you're a millionaire. Anyways, 3 years ago, he's probably the only player that I would have said is getting underpaid. 3 years ago.
Let me tell you this.
Okay. Would you make this trade? No.
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 I'll tell you why. Najee fits
the system of Mike Tomlin.
None of that. The Steelers' running game.
Yep.
I saw him run the ball in the end zone. Again, it was against the second strings for defense, but it doesn't matter. He ran it in and he pushed the dude off. Like, yo, get off.
Like, get off of me.
Yeah. That's what the Steelers like. So I don't think he'll do good on the Colts. And I don't know if Taylor has the grit to be Najee.
And he's also injury prone.
Yeah, so, you know.
My back, my ankle, personal issues. Mike Tomlin ain't dealing with that. Nah. Jim? Just say no.
No.
Thank you. Next. One's got to go. Choose one coach to eliminate.
Harbaugh.
Shanahan.
All but one have won a Super Bowl.
Those partial reasons why I chose Shanahan.
But also, Shanahan is an offensive genius which I think is pivotal to why the 49ers have been having success for so many years now in a row. I'll get rid of Harbaugh.
Me, Harbaugh, if it wasn't for Lamar, Harbaugh probably would have been gone a long time ago.
Toby.
When we talk about reputations, right, and we talk about what people have done to get what they get. Let's start with Belichick, right? Belichick, even though he struggled without Brady, and we feel like he's in the hot seat this year. We still can't take away from the fact that those first 3 Super Bowls, Brady wasn't Brady. That defense won them Super Bowls by maintaining a strong hold. Not only that, when you can't do 19 years or 18 years of consecutive winning seasons and winning division titles and all this other stuff and not get that credit. I feel right now Belichick's living off the past of his accomplishments. Andy Reid is an offensive genius, but let's be honest, he got fired from the Eagles. He did. He got picked up by the Chiefs and just happened to land in the right spot for him. And that's where he's at. If Randy Reid doesn't win the Super Bowls with Patrick Mahomes, where would he be at? That's so, they go hand in hand. Tomlin's never had a losing season. To be a defensive coordinator and actually come through, and I'm not saying he's revamping the offense, but to maintain a winning season, a winning culture, and have a Super Bowl to complement that, I think that's dope. McVay is the future, and so is Shanahan. Harbaugh, though, you have, I want to say he has 2 rings or 1, and the 1 ring is with Flacco. And like I said, he was on the verge of getting fired until Lamar Jackson came in and saved him. So if I had to send one home, I'm going to go Harbaugh, and that's pretty much why. You know what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson saved that man. And people don't want to admit it, but it's the truth.
I agree.
June, Nikki?
No, I agree. I mean, I told you, Shanahan. I just think that I think every head coach here, to me, takes a little bit more risk. And even though Shanahan is an offensive genius, I mean, his resume is what it is. And it ain't by much. I'm not saying he's trash. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just a, just take one out and it's him.
I mean, Shanahan, I don't know, bro. What he's done with the 49ers, it's impeccable. Okay? Last year, he proved that he can have 3 different starting quarterbacks and essentially go to the NFC Championship game. And we don't know what it would have looked like if Brock Purdy would have stayed healthy. We don't.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We only go with the facts. He got hurt, the team lost. But with 3 different quarterbacks, in the middle of a season, he was able to go to the NFC Championship game. Now, he was the OC when the Falcons lost to the Patriots, but he wasn't the coach. So we don't know if he was saying, hey, run the ball, but the coach was saying, nah, we're going to throw it. A lot of us, so I believe in the game of football, the coaches play chess a lot of the times. And sometimes they get in people's heads. So I'm going to stick to my team, right? The 3 losses in the Super Bowl the Patriots have came 2 to Tom Coughlin and 1 to Doug Peterson. But what people don't know that don't follow football is that Tom Coughlin was the OC for the Giants when Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator for the Giants. So he knew his tendencies. And I think that Coughlin, because Belichick's ego sometimes is really high, Coughlin was able to take advantage of that and beat him. Same thing with Doug Peterson. I think Doug Peterson was like, you know what? Yeah, you got 6 rings or 5 rings at the time as a head coach. You might have 7 total. You might have coached the greatest defensive player of all time in Lawrence Taylor. But I don't care. That doesn't matter. I'm going to do the Philly. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw the ball into your defense and see what you do. And I think that threw Belichick off. Shanahan and McVay, on the other hand, the Rams Super Bowl, I think Belichick had him beat from the minute they met. McVay was so much fan. He was such a fan that Belichick knew in his mind, like, oh, I got this dude beat. I ain't got to score much. I'm going to beat him. I don't know if in the Super Bowl against the Patriots with the Falcons, that's what happened to the head coach. And I can't think of his name right now. He's a defensive coordinator. He's over, I think, with the Cowboys right now as the DC.
I don't know his I don't know his name.
It's gonna come to me after the fact, but I know who he is. We don't know if he over kind of vetoed Shanahan's calls. Like, hey, we're just gonna run the ball. No, we're not. But let's run the point. So I don't know, man. But Shanahan, the reason I didn't let him go is because even though he doesn't have a ring, he's proven that he could build a system to win. Look, what's his name? Starbucks buddy, Matt Ryan. He was that his best year came under Kyle Shanahan. Got him the MVP to the Super Bowl and lost. So I mean, the dude is nice as an OC. Sometimes you just need that right player to come along and save the day, you know?
Yep.
So let me ask you a question. If, and I know if was a split, would be all effed up. If Ava did an announcement over Alexa, dinner is ready, it just threw me off.
I was about to say, what was that?
Yeah. If Jimmy G would have made the pass and connected, and they would have won the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, would you dump him off the list?
No. No consistent winners. But we got to move on to the next photo, too. One got to go. Terrell Owens, Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss. Pick one.
Calvin Johnson.
That's tough.
I'll keep Calvin Johnson and Randy Moss. We'll get rid of Terrell Owens.
You know, that's the tough part. But I'm gonna have to get rid of Calvin and keep T.O. just because T.O. is tenured and he played his heart off and his ass off until he retired.
I'm just gonna say messed up ankle. I think it was broke. Operated on with screws in it in the Super Bowl, and he still put up over 100 yards receiving.
Yep.
T.O. Now, and Calvin Johnson, listen, he played for the Lions. Anybody at that time that went to the Lions, if you were successful, you got to tip your hat. Okay? But T.O. multiple teams and was great. Randy Moss, multiple. Randy Moss with Dante Cole, he told Dante Culpepper, just throw the ball and I'll be there. You got to let that sink in. You're a quarterback and your wide receiver's telling you, just throw the ball and I'm going to get there. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. When you throw the ball, I'm there, baby. Don't worry about it, snuggle butt. I got the ball. And you couldn't stop him. And then he started having like rough seasons, and he goes to the Patriots, and him and Tom Brady shattered the record books. Yeah. So you've seen both of these players on multiple teams be extremely successful. I just don't know what Calvin Johnson would look like somewhere else. And a lot of the times the Lions were behind, so throwing the ball to catch up was going to be there for him to get the yardage. That's the only reason. I'm not discrediting him as a player. I'm not saying he was whack as a wide receiver. No, but in my era, in my time, T.O. and Randy's the first ballot Hall of Fame with no rings. And I still believe to this day that the only reason that T.O. in that year was because they let Randy in that year as a first ballot. But and Calvin Johnson's first ballot too, he did, and I think it had a lot to do with the fact that he played with the Lions and he put up a lot of numbers. But me, one got to go. Calvin's going. I'm keeping T.O. and Randy.
Okay. Teams by categories. Do we agree? The best, this is the AFC edition. Or no, this is just all. Best team, Kansas City, yes or no?
They won the Super Bowl, yeah.
Worst, Cardinals.
Yes.
Underrated, Broncos.
Mm.
No. I don't agree. I will put Chargers or the Jaguars.
Nah, they say the Jaguars might be the number 1 seed. They can't be on the.
Chargers?
They say Joe Herbo should make it.
Steelers? No, Steelers are dark horse. I love them there. I love them dark horse. Maybe.
I think the Saints could be underrated with Derek Carr.
The Texans.
The Texans too. I'll keep the Broncos. They're only because they're sleeping on Russell, and they don't know if Sean Payton's gonna make it happen. But you can
Overrated.
Overrated? No, I don't think the Dolphins are overrated at all.
I mean, you got to remember too, like the Broncos lost all of their wide receivers so far, like all of them, all 5 good ones. You know, right now they're operating on fumes.
So we're overrated besides the Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins are underrated.
Yeah, I don't think they're overrated at all.
Who would you put there?
Overrated?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it because you ain't gonna like it.
The Chiefs. That's what you're saying. No, the Cowboys. The Cowboys are overrated.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
Oh, I agree.
Like that.
Okay.
Like that. Good pick, June.
Mm-hmm. Best offense, Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, they won the Super Bowl with nobody.
Defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Special team, Baltimore.
No.
Bills.
I don't know.
I like the Bills special team. Coaching, Kansas City.
They won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Fantasy players. Bengals.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. All their the dark horses of the NFL, the Steelers.
Why are the Steelers a dark horse? Why?
Because they are the team that nobody's going to be watching, and they could slip and make it into the playoffs, and nobody is ever going to think about it.
Who is nobody?
Like last year. But like last year, the Jags were the dark horse of the NFL.
I would call them a Cinderella story more than anything. I don't think
Do you know the definition of? Let's read the definition of dark horse together.
Yeah, let's do that because I don't see the Steelers as a dark horse. The Steelers are telling you who they are.
A candidate or competitor about whom little is known, but who unexpectedly wins and succeeds.
Exactly. I don't think they're a dark horse. If anybody thinks, look what Pickens did. Pickett, right? Pickett's the quarterback, right?
Pickens.
Yeah, Pickett. Look what Pickett did towards the end of the season once he got comfortable and started learning the offense. He was winning.
He got a football in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
as a rookie.
He's winning. And then he got Pickens. And then he got So I don't think anybody.
But I also think that they're the dark horse because also people aren't believer or Pickens because they say his hands are too small. He's little.
Matter. One player doesn't matter. Look at the body of work that the organization has done. They're not. Come on, like to me, that's disrespectful to call them a dark horse when we know what they can do.
They can do. They can win. But people are always doubting. And every year, oh, this is going to be. And I'm gonna quote June. This is going to be the end of Mike Tomlin's winning season. So they're the dark horse because we have motherfucking haters like June.
Wow.
I don't. As a Steelers fan, I can see. But as a fan of football, I don't think they're a dark horse. I've never
have too much talent.
Put them just off the strength that they have too much talent, good coaching, good organization, ownership. It's hard for me to sit here and say that all of a sudden the Steelers are going to go from this great franchise to no. I say a dark horse. I don't know.
Put the Texans.
Yeah, they rookies. They're in the South, though. They're in the South with the Jags. And a lot of people got the Jags going, number one seed. People think Trevor's going to have a MVP season this year. I think the dark horse would be the Jets.
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
Only because we don't know what that's like. We got
boom or bust. Browns.
No.
Bust.
You asked me boom or bust? Oh, they're gonna. Well, I don't know.
No, like they're the team that they could either be a boom or they could be a bust.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I agree. Only because.
And then best uniform Chargers. I agree. Their colors are so sexy, especially that navy blue and yellow, that navy blue and gold lightning bolt one. Oh!
I like dark colors, so I'm gonna say no.
Who got the best uniform?
The best uniform? Who has an all black uniform?
The Steelers.
Yup, they're like death coming. That's what I like. I like when you step on the field, look across, and you got the players with the visor in the front, and you can't see their eyes, and they're just standing there. No, I want the all black. Not black.
All black.
Yeah, all black. If it's not all black, then they're gonna get removed, and we're gonna go with the Ravens, who have an all purple thing.
I'm going with Kelly Green.
That one.
Yeah, look, and you get the visor going, and you can't see their face, and he's out.
Yeah.
Oh, you see the breath from breathing, yeah, and they see it breathing in the wintertime, and you're thinking, oh, this guy's gonna hit me and it's gonna hurt because it's cold outside.
Picture of Minka. All right. Okay, this is another game. I'm going to show this for 5 seconds. You got to see which team is missing, okay? Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which team is missing?
So that's not really fair because it popped on my screen like at 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So it's not.
All right. All
half
right.
a second because my connection is bad, like Frank said.
Okay.
We'll tell
Ready?
you to start counting.
Okay, ready?
Start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What team is missing?
Patriots.
Yes. Is that the first team you're looking for?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that from the beginning.
Shut the fuck up, you.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
Yo, June be irking me, bro.
Yes,
It was like your little brother that would say something after you said it. I was gonna say it the whole time. He beat me to it.
I thought we were gonna raise our hands again.
All right, you're 4th and goal from the 2-yard line, and one of these running backs, and of these running backs, who are you giving the ball to? So you're 4th and 2, or you're 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Who are you giving the ball to run it in?
In their prime,
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, I was
about AP.
AP.
You gotta ask me first.
I was gonna say AP too.
June, get your life in order, baby. I'm big bro.
I was gonna say AP. I was gonna say Adrian Peterson.
Even Nicky saying what Frankie says is right. Look, she's saying it.
I was gonna say Adrian Peterson because I was gonna just respect you a little bit. You guys said
Yeah, you saw it. Nikki, just say it. Just say it.
All right, so I'm gonna go through the first 10 weeks, right? And we're gonna say win or loss. All right.
Woo.
So week 1 versus the Buffalo Bills. This is for Jets.
Loss.
I say W.
I got them winning. Believe it or not, I'm not even confident in the Bills.
Oh.
I say
I'm not even confident in the Bills like I used to be. If this would have been last year, I would have been Bills. But I'm not even confident in the Bills.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Ooh. Oh, let me clear that. We're gonna do red and we're gonna do that one. W. All right, Dallas Cowboys.
Win.
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 New England Patriots.
Win.
Kansas City.
Loss.
Loss.
Depends.
Broncos.
I
say win.
I'm gonna say win.
June. I mean, it's 2-3.
They don't matter. Matter who got to say now.
Oh, I cleared that.
Eagles are gonna be a loss, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Okay.
I hope.
Then we have Giants.
Loss. No, win.
I think so too. Chargers. I say loss.
Yes.
June.
Hold on. Let me minimize it because I can't. Oh shit.
Chargers.
I
I say loss.
I say loss.
win.
You gonna say
win?
2-3. Vegas Raiders.
That's a flip. I'm gonna go
W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you talking about they're gonna be 6-3?
That's 6-3 their first 10 weeks.
If they 6-3,
The NFL need to pay us.
with your prediction, they looking good in the division.
Mm-hmm. All right. Pick the best all-time fantasy trio. You have A, B, and C. So if you had these groups on your fantasy team, which one would be the winning group? Which one's the best group for fantasy football? I say C. No, B. I'm gonna go B. Peyton Manning, Emmitt Smith, and Calvin Johnson.
See, that's crazy because I was actually looking at C.
June? I say B. Frank says C.
I mean, I'm gonna go A.
They're all great.
I'm gonna go A. I think in this era,
I think I'm gonna win fantasy, non-PPR. Boom. All right, this is college football, but you have $15 to build your college football program. Okay. We can skip it. It's college. We can skip it. I think there's only one more after this. No, there's 2 more after this.
Yeah,
You want to do it?
I don't know much about college. This is not really my thing.
Jim, Jordan Travis, Michigan Stadium, the Oregon Ducks mascot, and the Notre Dame uniforms. That's mine. Okay. All right. Which team has the best throwback logo?
You already know.
Tampa Bay.
The Pats.
The Eagles.
The Pats is nice. I love Tampa Bay's throwback logo though. It looks like Jimmy G as a pirate, doesn't it?
Tampa Bay's soft. Like he's a pirate. He's like,
It looks like, doesn't it look like Jimmy G as a pirate?
Yes. It's like, yes, call me pirata. Like,
It's like a commercial, for like a hair conditioner or something, you know?
Like,
I do like, right? I like the Jets and the Chargers. Eagles is nice too, but my favorite will probably have to be.
I don't know. I think like low key, I used to like the Falcons logo when I was younger.
All righty. All right. Which region has the better NFL teams? North, South, or West?
The North.
The North. June?
Oh yeah, hands down, the North.
Okay.
Hold on, don't move off of it. The fact, oh God, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is crazy. The
That
West,
is crazy.
the West only has, in my opinion, 49ers and Chargers. I mean, yeah, you can stick the Seahawks and Broncos probably in there, even the Rams. But when you look at the North, you got the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Steelers, the
The
Eagles,
Eagles, the
Patriots,
Patriots.
Buffalo, the Jets. Hell, the Lions was looking pretty good last year. So it's like, if you look at the South, Texans are up and you got
The Jags,
you
Miami.
yeah, you're gonna put the Cowboys in there too, right? Oh God. Miami, the Ravens.
Ravens is in the North. It's just the arrow pointing up because they're above Virginia. They're Baltimore.
Oh yeah, yeah. So definitely the North, hands down, the North. You're right.
Okay.
Let me ask you guys something really fast. Can you go back to the map,
Yes, please. Yes, of course, June.
please? I'm sorry, please. If you're looking at this map, right, and you're looking at these teams, which team would you take out from either the North or the South, and you would place in the West and call it, I don't know, Idaho Bengals?
Probably the and like let's take a team, the Idaho Browns.
The Idaho Browns? Okay.
or if you wanted to scoot the map over a little bit, right? I know it's split down the middle, but more down like this line right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kansas City is actually in Missouri and not Kansas, so they would fall right here. And the Cowboys in Kansas City would be over on the west if you split it down the Mississippi River.
I mean, a team that may need that rebirth. You know, like, you know what? They need to be reborn again. Let's send the freaking Commanders to Oregon.
The Browns.
Yeah. Well, you said reborn again. I might just send the Washington 05s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh, Shaq and them were thinking about renaming the team.
To what?
I don't know. They didn't say, but they're in talks of renaming the team.
Pretty interesting, though, right?
Yeah.
Two got to start. You only can pick two to start. Khalil Mack, Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, Jones, and Myles Garrett.
I'm going to brothers. Nick.
Yeah, I'm going Nick and Joey.
I think you get both those on a team. Oh my God.
Jim?
Nick Bosa and Garrett.
Or I could say Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. I think they would be unstoppable together too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is better, Joe or Nick?
Joey. I'm a Joey Bosa fan.
Joey's funny.
Yeah, he is. Like a little clown.
All right. What was the best decade of NFL football to you? Mine would be 2000s to 2010s. That's when I first started watching football, learned about football, started my love for football, watched my team win 2 Super Bowls in that decade. That's my favorite era.
I don't know. That's hard. That's hard for me because the 90s was crucial. I watched the Bills go to 4 Super Bowls and lose them all to NFC East championship teams.
That's crazy, man.
And then I joined the Navy, and there was a gap. And then I picked up in the 2000s, and that's the Patriots winning 3 Super Bowls, and then taking 10 years off, and then you see him win another 3. It's crazy. But if we're looking at the body of NFL as a whole, then I'll probably say the 2000 to 2010s. You saw Peyton win his first ring, Drew won his ring, Ben won a ring, Brady had his rings.
Ben won 2.
Yeah. So when you look at that and you see who's winning these rings in that time frame, it's all Hall of Famers that are great. So I'll say 2000s to 2010s. But me.
And that was my childhood, like my childhood is now over. I love, 2010s to 20s and 20s present. But my love for football started with Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, all the greats, Jim, what's your favorite era?
I'm gonna go 2010 to 2020.
Because your team got a Super Bowl in 2017.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. I was just going because the love of the sport. But yes, 20 is a great point. I'm gonna go with that. Yes, ma'am.
I thought you would have said 2004 when you went to the Super Bowl, but you guys lost. But the best part about that Super Bowl was Janet Jackson showed her titty.
I'm not gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Next.
All right, so this is for June. Me and Frank discussed this when you had to leave June. So which quarterback had a better career? Quarterback A, and these are real people, had 44,806 passing yards, 334 touchdowns, 123 interceptions, 2 MVPs, 8 Pro Bowls, 3 Super Bowls. Quarterback B had 44,408 passing yards, 315 passing touchdowns, 89 interceptions, 1 MVP, 7 Pro Bowls, and 4 Super Bowls. Which quarterback had a better career?
I'm gonna go with quarterback B, hands down.
Okay, now name these quarterbacks. They're real people.
They're real people.
Mm-hmm.
4 Super Bowls. God, man, I can't think of his name. A guy from San Fran. It's quarterback B.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. Who's quarterback A?
Quarterback A, 3 Super Bowls. I'm not sure of this. I'm just gonna take a stab at it. So I'm gonna go with, I don't know. Damn, no, never mind. Oh wait.
You can Google which quarterback has 3 Super wins. Google.
I don't even know how many Super Bowls John Elway has, but I'm gonna go with Elway. Let me check.
He has 3.
No,
I don't know.
I think he has 2 back to back. He went to 5. He went to 5, 1, 2. Yeah.
June, you are incorrect with both of them. Are you Googling it?
What?
Actually, three rings as a starting quarterback. Troy Aikman.
I was gonna say Troy Aikman, damn it, but I didn't think he won 3 Super Bowls.
He did win 3. He did.
I thought he won 2.
No, he won 2 with Jimmy Johnson and then 1 with the other guy. He got 3. He was the quarterback for all 3 Super Bowl wins in the 90s.
So you're going with Troy Aikman, June?
Yes.
You're wrong with both of them.
What the heck?
Quarterback A is Tom Brady. Quarterback B is also Tom Brady. His first 3 Super Bowls and his last 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah, AC got me too, bro. Listen,
I did it to Frank. He was like, "Gosh, who is it?" He said Terry Bradshaw, and because she's like Terry Bradshaw.
Oh gosh.
Yes, both quarterback A and B is both Tom Brady. His first 3 and last 4.
Listen, I didn't say this before. I didn't. But watching it now again and hearing her talk about it, yo, how he's not the GOAT, bro? Like,
100%.
I don't understand how the effing hell you tell me he's not the GOAT when we don't think about him, because when we think about him, we think about 7. We don't break down to 7. We think, total 7. So he's already off the map, right? for me, I thought about it. You know, Terry Bradshaw had 4 rings. Montana had 4 rings. Then you had Aikman had 3. That they won. Steve Young has 3 too, but he only won 1 as a starting quarterback. When you look at it, there's no other quarterback with 3 rings starting other than Troy Aikman and the people that have 3 or more, right? So when I'm like, oh, it got to be this person and that person. And it's like when she said Brady, I said, yo, and now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, that's crazy. That you create a whole like question just for one player.
No, this is kind of crazy, man, but it reminds me of if you were when they split these seasons with Kobe Bryant, different story, but it's August, it's Kobe month. So they took, Kobe's half of the season with number 8, the other Kobe's season with the 24. And, I'm not gonna say they're similar, but great careers when you were like player A and player B, and you're like, wait a minute. This is Kobe Bryant, two different numbers, 10 and 10. Insane.
Yeah. They both were Tom Brady. His numbers are magnificent,
Tom Brady's 8, hands down. I really think he is the GOAT. You got to give credit when credit is due. I mean, in my opinion, there's never going to be a quarterback that has 7 Super Bowl unless Mahomes gets 1 or 2 more and he becomes the backup somewhere and he just racks them up like Robert Horry did.
Yeah.
They were showing numbers. And they showed, I think, Montana's numbers to Brady's numbers to Mahomes' numbers. And, obviously they've gotten better as each quarterback. And they were like, oh, that Montana crawled so Brady could walk, and then Brady walked so Mahomes could take off and run. Hold on, this is Nikki calling me. Hey, Nikki, what's up? No, we're not finished. We're still on. All right, bye. We're wrapping up now, but you can get on. All right. So, and it's true. It's true. To me personally, Mahomes got my nod or my win or my liking in the quarterback series that Netflix did. He's phenomenal, bro. The dude's nice. He manages a wife, kids, a troubled brother. He's the face of an organization, and he doesn't buckle under that. It's hard, and he is the reason why some of these quarterbacks are not having rings right now, which reminds me of Brady in his era. It was a time where the AFC was not winning. You had to go through Big Ben or Peyton, Brady, and then maybe whoever the Ravens had on the center with a good defense. Come on, back in the day in the AFC, you wasn't talking about all these teams like you are now, the Bengals and all this other stuff. No, in the AFC, it was 3 or 4 teams: the Patriots, the Colts, and the Steelers, and whoever else fell in place. You had Phillip Rivers with the number 1 offense and number 1 defense, and still didn't win a Super Bowl. The NFC was always for grabs. The NFC was the one that had different. You could have a team going
a different opponent every Super Bowl,
8-8, and go all the way. Now it's reversed. Not an AFC. You just don't know who you're gonna get, and the NFC is that. And when you have a quarterback that survived that, that's crazy to see it. It's to have a stat like that where we're all guessing wrong, and maybe I'm just not as good at football stats and stuff as I thought I was. It tells you that it's remarkable. Now Mahomes, he's got 2. He's been a 3. And right now, name me a team that could dethrone him right now.
Look at the name of the hurricane.
Franklin Idalia. Yeah.
That's you, Franklin.
Coming through with the storm because I'm retiring. Nah, think about it. If I had to tell you, okay, Eagles and Chiefs, who else you got?
Jaguar.
You would
You
say.
said Eagles and Giants
No, I said Eagles and Chiefs.
or Chiefs?
Right now, the Chiefs and Eagles are the two teams that people are saying they're going to go all the way, right? Especially Eagles because they don't have no competition.
No. They said Jaguars. Don't.
They said Jags number 1 seed, but that don't mean you're going to go all the way.
No, they said we going all the way.
Okay, we'll see. I think y'all going to be good this year. I think so. But when you look at it, consistency, right? So Chiefs been consistent. Who else, though?
You know what's crazy? Who would have had a shot at this answer? And I'm not trying to eat my words from earlier, but if they were consistent with
the Niners?
No, the Baltimore Ravens. If they would have been a little bit more consistent with their decision making a lot earlier, then they would have been a good team to put in this conversation.
Also, if they would have just can keep healthy.
Yeah.
You know, I was LeBron. Odell Beckham and Lamar Jackson are. See, if Odell can stay healthy, because he's not the number 1 pick no more. He's not going to be the number 1 wide receiver. He's not.
Mm-hmm.
If he can stay healthy and Lamar can channel his Louisville days and throw that ball, the Ravens are a problem. They are. Zay Flowers, Odell, I forgot who the other guy is, Mark Andrews, Dobbins, and then you got him. And then you always got a top 5, top 10 defense. And it gets cold in Baltimore in the wintertime, too. You don't want to be up there in January trying to play a game either. It might not be Buffalo, but it's still cold. So, I don't know, man. Ravens are – I can't wait. I just can't wait. September 7th can't get here fast enough. I want to see that first game, not because I'm retiring the next day, but it's really I want to see that first week of football. I think that first week is going to answer a lot of questions for us in what we're saying, right? I want to see the Jags. What you going to do? All this hype. I want to see what you're going to do. The Bills. Is the Stephon?
Don't be disrespectful.
What?
Don't be disrespectful.
I'm not. I'm being honest though. It's a lot on you guys, you know? I want to see Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. Is that really gonna matter? The difference is the Jets. Is Aaron Rodgers gonna be like Stafford and Brady and come to a new team and take them to the promised land? Are the Chiefs still gonna dominate like they're gonna dominate? Is Burrow gonna play week 1 or he's out because of the calf injury? Is Tua gonna survive week 1? And this is just the AFC. We haven't even got to NFC, which the only real question NFC is, are the Eagles still the Eagles? Are the Giants that paying Danny Dimes worth it? Is Dak Prescott still going through interceptions? Kirk Cousins is always going to win against teams that don't win. And then are the 49ers the 49ers? Are the Lions going to keep what they're doing going? It's just so many questions. And I just can't wait, man. I'm super excited for this first week of football and over in exactly, I'll tell you right now, 10 days. In 10 days, we're going to have the kickoff of football.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
Nikki, we'll text you and let you know how it's going.
We sure will.
Well, that is the end of today's podcast episode. We have one more game left. It's fourth quarter right now with 13 minutes left. Texans 17, Saints 10. But if the Texans win, Frank wins. If the Saints win, June and Frank tie. So hope everyone has a great week. Stay safe. June, stay safe with the hurricane coming. And Nikki, I hope you're killing it during the Chiefs season. We're all rooting for you. Frank, another week closer to retirement. Football, also another week closer to football. Everyone have a great and wonderful week. Close out the month of August as best as you can.
Dexter, for point total, 6,800.
Who's next? Who closing out? That was it? You did it? You closing?
No.
Oh,
Nikki's next.
okay.
Bye, America.
Oh God.
Whoa.
Nikki, dude, come on, Nikki. Give us something else.
Girl, I'm tired. America!
There we go.
I'm
I want
tired.
that same energy that we had when the results came out.
It is the same energy I had now.
No, it was not. No, it was not.
America, look, y'all must not be praying because I ain't feeling y'all praying. Y'all need to pray for me, for real. But look, I know I'm gonna be on here next week. But y'all stay blessed, stay hydrated. It's still hot here in Texas, and yeah, I guess till next time.
Hey,
Okay, I'm done.
amazing time. Loved it. This hurricane stuff is coming up. Work is tomorrow. Just hope everybody has a great week. It's gonna be great. You just gotta claim it. You got, whether you're going through the season or you're just going back to work and retirement's tomorrow or next week, 2 weeks, whatever. Claim it, man. It's gonna be a great week. We gotta feed off this positive energy because shit, I've been needing it.
Me too.
I agree. Look, another week, another episode. We did it. We started late, but we did it. Next week, not this week coming up, but the next week, September 7th, we're gonna be me, June, and Bree gonna be live, recording and then watching the game. Nikki can't join us due to primary duties that take place, and we'll be there. She'll be with us in spirit. June said, man, speaking into positivity. Quick positive note is if we allow negativity in, it was gonna fester, plant seeds, and build on our weaknesses and tap into our insecurities and make us look at things differently. This is a football podcast. It is. But all of us are humans and we all have feelings and we all have things that we go through. And this is our outlet and this is how we get it out. So for me, another great week, good topics. Final cuts are coming. We're just a week away pretty much from the NFL actually starting and doing what it do. So we'll look forward to that. I'm also not that far away from having my retirement ceremony, which is another thing. And stay tuned to Frank's unsolicited advice because that'll be different at that point. But yeah, man, tune in, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know what we can do better, what we can do different, what you want to hear, what you want to see. And thank you for listening to Frank Presents the Play Call. Also, turn on the notifications so you know when we post it. Have a good one.